as you go through the cone. If you already start, then you recommend.
This is the largest show in North America, and probably one of the largest carriage-only shows in the whole world. Many shows have carriage components to them, carriage and horse driving components, but they're integrated with other disciplines, with riding horses and things like that. This is a standalone carriage-only event, and there are several of those in the United States, but none of this scale.
Morning.
Morning.
This is a carriage that was built in 1902 for a businessman. His name was Harry the Hart from New Jersey, and was built by a Flandreau company out of New York in 1902. And so we're happy to be here, and it's called a 3-spring trap.
How rare is a carriage like this?
Traps are not that rare, but it's a relatively rare vehicle from 1902. Everything is original. And it calls a trap. I can show you why it's called a trap. Because basically you sit here in the front, passenger and driver, but how you get into the back. And you get into the back because it's called a trap, because you're trapped, because you move this forward and then you walk up there and get into the carriage. And that's the reason why it calls a trap, because you are trapped. Because if the driver sits in the front, you can't go out.
People come for fun. They spend a lot of money because it's their hobby, so that they have a chance to get a ribbon here. And as you can tell by looking at some of the competition here, if you win a ribbon here, you've done well. You've trained your horse well. You've accomplished the mental task that it takes to win here. It's really on the driver as much as it is the horse. It's a combination of all the different components. Do you get along with your horse? Do you know what he does best or she does best? Do you have the right carriage for that style of horse? Can you do it? Can you memorize the course? You know, at my age now, it's very difficult for me to compete at a high level because my brain doesn't think as fast as it used to. And it's funny, as we watch some of the competitors who've been here a long time, we now have what they call an antique vehicle division, but we call it the antique drivers class. Because we just all tone it down a little bit so that our brains can keep up with what we're trying to do.